what's over today's Friday in Georgia. It's 6:41 p.m. and it's 10/2/2022. My dad is over at his girlfriend Margie Robichaux's house. Um, Tomorrow is Monday, which means that my dad should work. And my first girlfriend Alicia should work tomorrow. With Alicia, I have her as a friend on my One Ryan Fair Facebook. But she never opened my messages. The last time she opened my messages was 2 years ago. And she had a black girlfriend named Bria. They told me that she was happy that she cheated on me. And then, like I said, Brian, that owned the Hoarder House on Jessica's Lane, who is my next door neighbor, is former military, and I'm not sure what he's doing with his life. My first kiss named Emma doesn't use social media. And Cindy, the girl with black hair that I asked out in Folsom High, had a YouTube channel sometime when I was 15 or 16. Shelby Jane Rigby, who was my first date, that photoshopped the Shelby and Ryan and Match Made in Hell picture as a Twitter. And I think, and Kelly Jeffries or Kelly Roberts, there's a video of her getting married. It's called Kelly and Brody Roberts Highlights Marriage Thing that I liked when I was young. And then, like I said, my friend Ray stole from the Harvard Mall, and anytime Ray would always come over, she would always steal all the food out of my dad's house. Now Ray met Billy Wesley Fouts, when he was my boyfriend from the time until I was 17 until I was 20. Billy Wesley Fouts and Ray met. And then, like I said, Ray has a brother named Peter that is a muscular, light-skinned boy. And then, like I said, for a long time, I could not make a girlfriend. From the time until I was 21, or 23 until, or 24 until I was 28, I couldn't make a girlfriend. So I went without sex for 4 years before I got with my girlfriend with black hair 10 months ago. But I talked to this boy. His name was Ghetto Mark G. That has pictures of him wearing snapbacks and things like that, and he's a virgin. You know, I'm not a virgin. I lost my virginity when I was 21. And I fingered my first 3 girlfriends, and one gave me a blowjob when I was in school. And even though I did things with males, I only did that because I was sad. Because I couldn't find love with females at that time. Now, the only male that I did things with that I have any kind of attachment to is Kelly J. Caldwell, only on one day when I was 20 or 21. That has a YouTube channel of him making music. But I have no attachment to Brian, who owns the Hoarder House on Jessica's Lane, or Billy Wesley Fouts, or Nick Epps. And then, like I said, my black friend named Ryan Cherry, who is the Ryan Cherry site, died sometime about 3 years ago, which made me sad. And then, like I said, sometime when I was 14 or 15 years old, my first girlfriend, Alicia, cheated on me with a boy named Austin. And Kelly, the violin girl, turned me down, which is why I did things with Brian, who owns the Hoarder House. Only on one day when I was 13 or 14. And like I said, they qualified my disability in 4 weeks, and they gave me $800. And I buy cigarettes and black and milds and tobacco and hats and clothes. And I buy expansion packs for my Sims 4 game. Or vapes or things like that. Or clothes. And like I said, I plan not to talk to James Colvin, who was my first threesome when I was 21, where I did 22 of them with my girlfriend. And then I did 30 with a boy named Alex Stephen Griffith that was on an episode of the Larry King Show. And then I did some with this boy named Creepy Ryan. I did some with a boy named Tyler. And then a boy named Noah had sex with my girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. Me and my friend with black hair named Austin had sex with my girlfriend with black hair. Legally I'm getting a residential home because of Vicky Rice and her ripoff report. And Vicky Rice is obviously a schizophrenic because she believed that Anonymous would come to her house and burn her trailer down. And she always wanted to sit there and fight back against Encyclopedia Dramatica articles that people would make about her. Now, I might be a schizophrenic, and these 23 people might always be real during the day, but when I hang out with friends, I keep a level head. It's just I had a psychotic break when my black friend died, when I was cheated on, when I was stolen from. And because of Vicky Rice, I had a psychotic break because she's been stalking me ever since I was 16. And I was sick of the exploitation, and I've been going to mental hospitals ever since I was 14 or 15 for bipolar disorder. And I was sick of the exploitation. And like I said, I also had a psychotic break because I was in an extremist witchcraft cult from the time until I was 27 until I was 28 or 29. And Hecate was just that real to me because of Margie Robichaux and Jeanette Jared, Jasmine and Alexis Brunson, and things like that. Also there is, the Dan Reichley boy and Damon winning. There is, I'm trying to think of some others. John Hawk and John Powell. John Hawk, the guy that raped the girl in Stickham, and John Powell, who was my friend on my one Brian Fair Facebook that I unfriended, and John Powell is a coincidence person. There is, and like I said, my first best friend was a boy named Victor that had black hair and freckles on his face. And people with schizophrenia don't really drive. I only drive to ShopRite and Main Street, or I drive to the alcohol store, which is the Ronnie's Beverage Warehouse or the Bel Air Liquors, or things like that, or I only drive short distances with my car, and I always have issues with my car and things like that. And I was just sick of rip-off report exploitation when I just don't like Billy Wesley Fouts as my ex-boyfriend. Because his friends were into sick things like people getting shot. Like Chris Whitehouse. And then like I said, Morgan Severin knew about me, and Ryan Rosenzweig, he left me on scene. And really, at any point, I can appear on Ryan George for a Revolve Report. And the Charolais Zone YouTube has like 8 million views. And it has 1,000 subscribers. And I know that people know that Ryan George Fair is real, but they didn't know that I was a paranoid schizophrenic person. or I got diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, or that I had Tourette syndrome, or autism or OCD, or I live with my family. And then, like I said, there's the Tony, there's car pusher man that works at ShopRite. That looks like my stepdad, Tony Mitchell Lilly, but they're two different people. And then there was a lady named Pam that worked there, and a boy named Zachary that worked at some kind of, that wanted to be in some kind of liquor store. And then my mom's name is Pam, my stepdad's name is Tony, and my brother's name is Zachary, things like that. So even though I'm an atheist, I call them people, coincidence people. They are real, even though I have paranoid schizophrenia. And doctors or psychologists that watch this can always meet and interact with them, even though I'm a schizophrenic person. For those who study paranoid schizophrenia or psychotic disorders or things like that, you can always meet and interact with these 23 people and the 33 of them that don't like me no matter what time of day or night it is. And then, like I said, I had a friend in my alternative school that was a girl that was raped by her dad. My experience is that my dad, George Fair, fed into my 2020-2019 psychosis. And like I said, when I was 16 or 17, no, my dad did not buy me a car. He did not let my friends come over. And a lot of my alternative school friends unfriended me and moved on without me. And didn't talk to me. And like I said, I have a friend named Casey, and like I said, I don't talk to my friend Brad Conley anymore. And like I said, I had a psychosis because I was sick of my cruel life, because I didn't have girlfriends in Forbush School. I had 5 girlfriends, but I only fingered 3 of them. And one gave me a blowjob, but it's still not sex. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20 or 21. And then 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend, and I did a threesome. Now, I have wigs. A blonde one that's around here somewhere that I can't find. And then, like I said, I have this owl statue because I believed in witchcraft for a long time. And I have this fly strip over here because of the flies in my room. There's no cigarettes in here. Damn. Now, like I said, I listened to a song called Me, Myself, and I when I hung out with my friend Sean Rant. They lived in Bel Air. And I never talked to Brandon Rogers, even though I'm Ryan George Farrer. And Billy Wesley Phelps would talk crap about Brandon Rogers. And then, like I said, I went to Alex's friend's Facebook, and Steve died his friend. And I laugh at that because Alex abused me, and what goes around comes around. Just like how the Rob Meyer People Coincidence boy's mother died, and I laugh at that too. And like I said, about once a year, I'm in a relationship with a new girl. I have done things with a light skinned girl before. So I'm not racist, and like I said, my black friend died, which made me sad. And really, throughout my life, I've never tried to have enemies. I was good to all my girlfriends. It's just all of them cheated on me except for Brooke Jerks, Tanya, Nadia, and Sabrina. Because Alicia cheated on me. And then Berta, my girlfriend with black hair, left me to be with Calum, who raped the Jasmine and Brandy People Coincidence girl. but I warned her that she was going to get violated by Caleb if she were to be with him. And like I said, I don't consider myself to be a juggalo, but I like to listen to ICP. Because I listen to ICP music with Alex and James and his girlfriend Courtney before I cut them out because they stole from me. And then Creepy Ryan listened to ICP music. And I don't know if my friend Austin does or not. I have no problem with ICP. I like their music. And then, like I said, I like Jeffree Star. I like his music. But Jeffree Star is a person I don't really care much for him as a celebrity person. But I like his music. And then, like I said, I like to listen to Owl City and Evanescence. And Machine Gun Kelly. I'm drinking coffee. And I like to listen to video game music like Felios. And I like to listen to Eminem. And I had an interest in the Cleveland kidnappings and crime dramas and things like that. And like I said, I'm a schizophrenic. I have PTSD. I have OCD. I have autism. I have bipolar disorder. I have Tourette syndrome. And that's Tourette syndrome in my neck. I have borderline, which means that I have attachments to people like Victor David Hill, who was my first best friend. And I had an attachment to James, but I don't really care much for him because he lied. And then, like I said, Jeff Ronald McGaney was my best friend from the time until I was 26 until I was 28 or 29. Well, 26 until I was 28, but I don't care much for him anymore. Leia said I have no attachment to Brooke Dirks or Bailey Connor. And I checked Bailey Connor's friends list and Brooke Dirks is not her friend on there. So there's two different people with similar first names. They look the same, but they're two different people, even though it was schizophrenic. Just like Dan Bradley and Damon Winning are related to Brandon Jones and Brandon Drexler and things like that. And Leia said growing up, my mom was anorexic, and I plan not to visit my mom because it was abusive over my mom's. I was going 27 minutes. I'm gonna upload this. Let's have a piece ready from Ryan Drusher. I'm going to drink my coffee. And when I sober up, I'm going to go to the store and buy some more cigarettes. Much love and peace, everybody, from Ryan.